Hey everybody, it's the Wizard Dude here. So tonight I am going to tell you, I've seen a lot of people do this actually, but it's where they tell some nightmares they've had in the past, present and future, especially when they were children and such. So that gave me the idea to make my own video about it. Now, the contents in this video may scare you, they may even horrify you. If they're little ones, I recommend watching together as a family. So, let's get ready to get our scary on. Okay, so the first nightmare that I'm going to tell you about is... let me think. Oh yeah! It's Night on Bald Mountain, when I was in it. Okay, so I was in Symphony of Sorcery's Night on Bald Mountain section, flying through the Bald Mountain section, when all of a sudden Chernobog burst out of the mountain. He was huge. And Chernobog's one of the scariest Disney villains ever. Mainly because he's giant, he's huge, Fantasia's villain. So as I flew towards him, I saw that he had something very precious to me. And try as I might, I could never reach him enough because of the rocks hitting me back and forth. But then, just when I was starting, I actually did get there and found out that that thing was my little sister and that he was gonna eat her. He grabbed me with his right hand and then he ate the both of us. That wasn't good. I'm not really scared of him anymore ever since I watched Fantasia again. But still, scary experience. Okay, another one, and a lot of us find this scary, is Pleasure Island. And yep, I was on there. It started out pretty nice, but then slowly but surely, it started evolving to madness. I did all the normal stuff you'd see on Pleasure Island, smoking, drinking, being glutton, and that kind of stuff. But then guess what happened? Big hint, they never come back as boys. The coachman's face looked really scary. And then, yep, I turned into a donkey. First came the ears, then the tail, and then it wasn't until I got a donkey face that I noticed something was up. And then I screamed, hyperventilated, and everything, but no one saved me as my hands and feet turned into hooves, bent over, and couldn't speak anymore. And the coachman got me. And he sold me to a farm where Farmer Jones was not friendly. Not even Napoleon or Snowball or any of them would keep me company. So that's that. Okay, I don't know if you're ready for this next one. Okay, so there was this one nightmare I had where, there was this weird guy that was a slasher, that kind of stuff. And he came to my parents' home and ended up going in, knowing exactly where they were somehow, and killing them. Boy, did my little sister and I actually cry, because we never knew that. And I sure am glad my parents aren't going to die anymore, because if so, I am going to really cry if either of my parents die. I never got over that. Okay. What else? I'm trying to think. What? Oh yeah! Next up is a Pokemon one, actually. So, I was right about to go defeat in Pokemon Platinum I was I'd already caught Dialga and Palkia. Well, I had Dialga, my little sister had Palkia. So we were ready to stop Cyrus from unleashing Giratina upon the world. Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, you might know that. But Giratina actually showed up and started to possess me, saying that this human now serves the distortion world. And in there, I saw everything, like everyone turned very old. All my friends, gym leaders and all. And in the mirror, I saw myself as an old man too, and screamed very hard for what Giratina showed me. That was pretty bad. And I mean really, really bad. Okay. I don't know if you're ready for this next one, but nightmare telling waits for no one. Let me think. Well, and then there's a one for Halloween Town, which, yeah, it's the champion of being the Nightmare Before Christmas. So, I was planning Halloween with Jack Skellington. We had a lot of fun, and I was a werewolf. I see myself as a werewolf when I go to Halloween Town anyway. But then I ended up turning into something else. My werewolf form had become a sack werewolf because Oogie Boogie was there putting a curse on me. And then he took me right to the torture chamber and grabbed one of my seams and then started to unravel me, and I couldn't help but yell, "My bugs! My bugs! My bugs! My bugs! My bugs!" And he stepped on that brain bug so I couldn't come back. It was really terrifying, being reduced to nothing more than a bag of bugs. I mean it. I don't know if you... Now for one for Kirby. I was Kirby, actually. Or me as Kirby, anyway. And I was ready to go fight the nightmarish thing that waited behind the door. And that turned out to be Lord Highness, who was calling Void Termina. Those of you who play Kirby Star Allies know what I'm talking about. Anyway, once he summoned Termina sucked me in, and then, inside it, Void showed Kirby's face, smiling and smirking. Then he unleashed his beams and sucked Kirby into a black hole forever. That was me, and then I woke up. And still, Kirby has some rather terrifying villains. So guys, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Keep the suggestions coming, and I will see you next time. Later, everybody. See ya.